Waiting for the bus is nothing new to Anthony Nung. He couldn't get a driver's license because he's an undocumented immigrant. That also means living in fear.
Fear of getting deported, fear that people are going to treat me differently, fear that I can't go to college anymore, fear that I work so hard, yet I'm not able to achieve my dreams.
An estimated 1.3 million undocumented immigrants from Asia live in the United States. Nung came to the United States from the Philippines with his parents when he was 12.
When our business in the Philippines went bankrupt, we had no other means of living, so that's why they decided to move here to provide me and my siblings a better life. And I think for that I'm really grateful.
He discovered he was undocumented when he started applying for internships and financial aid for college. Undocumented immigrants are mostly excluded from financial aid.
We consulted a couple of lawyers to figure out if we can fix our immigration status, and all they said was all you can really do is wait for immigration reform.
Congress continues to debate immigration reform, but hope came last June with Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, also known as DACA.
The Department of Homeland Security is taking steps to lift the shadow of deportation.
It grants temporary work permits to qualified undocumented immigrants who came to the U.S. as children and waives deportations for them.
So this one we're going to change because you had fake documents on you?
Tiffany Penlilio helps undocumented immigrants apply for DACA. She says there's a $465 application fee, and applicants have to prove they've been in the U.S. since they were children.
It's very hard for people who were living in the shadows and just tried so hard not to have their name somewhere, and then all of a sudden kind of come out with, okay, well, we need proof that you've been here.
So far, just under 300,000 people nationwide have been approved for DACA. Most are from Mexico. In addition to Latin America, many undocumented immigrants come from China, the Philippines, India, South Korea, and Vietnam. More than 100,000 Asians across the U.S. potentially qualify for DACA. Penlilio says some of them have not applied because they have been taught to fear the government.
Especially in the Chinese media, I've noticed. They are very skeptical.
They just want to know that you were here before 16.
Grassroots organizations in Asian communities have been trying to educate and encourage people to apply for DACA. Anthony Nung applied for DACA and received a work permit last year.
The American values that I learned here makes me American. I think it's not a piece of paper. It's how I grew up, the way I speak, the way I think, the way I feel.
His American way of speaking out led him to become an activist for undocumented immigrants. Now that he has a full-time job, he plans on getting his driver's license as soon as he has time and to attend law school in the future. Elizabeth Lee for VOA News, Los Angeles.